So, hello everyone, welcome back. We are starting about environment geography part. So, the first topic was about our environment. In that, we learned about the components of environment like natural, man made, and human. So, if you see, the complete textbook is just based on these three aspects like natural environment, man made environment, and human environment. So like it is if you see naturally we have learned about biotic and abiotic. Biotic plants and animals, abiotic are like land, water, air. So each of these things about land we'll discuss in one lesson, about water we'll discuss in one lesson, about air we have one lesson, about plants and animals we have a lesson, and if we see about human environment we have a lesson, about man-made environment we have a lesson. So like this the complete textbook is just about the based on first lesson. Now, as we see in abiotic, the first part is land. Now we are going to learn about the land and its components. Like if you see the earth surface means land. Land has the earth surface has some layers, and that we call it as if you see inside the earth surface what is there. That is our lesson now. If we start our lesson, the earth has basically three layers. One is crust, then mantle, and core. The three layers of the earth are crust, mantle, and core. And now these three layers, if you see, they are basically like the first layer is crust, and the second layer is mantle, and the third layer is core. The first layer crust is basically made up of the land surface, the topmost layer of the earth surface, and then this crust is again made up of two layers. One is oceanic crust and continental crust. Let us see what are those now. Like if you see the oceanic crust, continental crust, this has been given in your PDF which was shared to you. Normally, as we said, the crust is topmost layer of the earth surface, the land surface. The normal land on which we live, that is called as continental crust, and the land which is under the water or oceanic water is called as oceanic crust. Simply remember, the crust means land surface, topmost layer. So if you see even under the water also at the bottom there might be a land surface. So that land is called as a water oceanic crust. Now coming to the minerals. Normally the minerals found on the continental crust are like if you see silica and aluminium. Silica and aluminium are basically found on a crust or continental crust. And then if you see the first letters of silica Si and aluminium is Al, together we called as Cl. In shortcut we call it as Cl. The minerals found in the continental crust are Cl. And then coming to oceanic crust, the second layer. The oceanic crust is a kind of a layer where we find the minerals like silica and magnesium. Hence we call it as SiMa, Si of silica and Ma of magnesium, together called as SiMa. Now let us have overall picture of crust now. Crust is the topmost of the earth's surface, and the crust has two layers. It is like oceanic crust and continental crust. Oceanic crust is a kind of a land surface which is found normally on the continents or normal land surface, and oceanic crust is the land surface which is below the oceanic water, and this is a normal crust, and the depth is one of the thinnest layer among all these three layers, because the depth is not more than 35 to 50 kilometers average. See, in some areas it might be 1 or 2 kilometers, some areas it can be 10, some areas it will be 30, some areas 40. So approximately average it will be from 35 to 50. It depends on place to place. This is about crust. And coming to the mantle is second layer of earth surface, and it is one of the like not like a crust layer, it's one of the thickest layer, like it extends up to 2900 kilometers, and it has the minerals like ferrous, that is other name for iron and magnesium. So the iron, the chemical name we call it as ferrous and magnesium, and the ferrous, the first letters of ferrous are Fe, and then the first letters of magnesium are Ma, and so this is called as Fema. So this is about mantle. And coming to temperature of mantle will be around 2000 to 3000 degrees centigrade. It is a very hot layer actually, and the rocks found there will be in melted form or molten form. Normally, see, if you observe, whenever there is high in temperature, normally the matter gets melted, or they gets melt because of high increase in temperature. The same way, the normal rock, because of high temperature, they turn into liquid form. So the minerals in the mantle layer are found in liquid form. And then coming to the innermost layer, core. So core is the innermost layer of the earth's surface and is one of the thickest layer than mantle. The total depth will be around 3500 kilometers approximately. And then the minerals found in are nickel and ferrous. So NiFe, nickel, Ni. The first letters of nickel is Ni. Coming to iron, it is a Fe. So knife, and the temperature here is approximately 5000 degree centigrade. So very hot atmosphere there. And then here also we'll find minerals in molten form. The reason for increase in temperature, normally what happens is that as you go more deep into the surface, temperature keeps on increasing. For every 30 meters approximately there will be increase in 1 degree centigrade. So there's a normal temperature change which takes place in the earth's surface. So these are the different layers of the earth. Now, let us just have an overlook. Totally we said that there are 3 layers. The topmost layer is the crust, the place where we live. Then we have mantle, then we have core. So I'll give a simple example. Like if you see a watermelon topmost green surface, it can be like crust, and middle till half part can be like mantle, and inside part can be like core. It cannot be a good example, but it can be considered, which suits to this example. And then coming to the overall details here, if you observe carefully, uh, the complete summary till now what we have learnt is the crust has 2 parts: continental crust and oceanic crust. The depth will be around 30 kilometers of continent, and ocean is around 5 to 10 kilometers. And minerals found are Sial, in the sense silicon and aluminium. And coming to oceanic, silicon and magnesium. Coming to temperatures of crust will be around -50 to +50, not beyond that. So coming to mantle has a depth of almost 2900 kilometers. And coming to minerals are like iron and magnesium. So we call it as Fe, Ma, ferrous and magnesium. And then we have temperature around 2000 degrees centigrade to 3000 degrees centigrade. And core, it is one of the thickest layer or innermost layer of the earth's surface, and it has minerals like nickel and iron. So we call it as Ni and Fe, together knife, and temperature will be around 5000 degree centigrade. So these are the different summary, the first part of this lesson. And coming to the second part of the lesson is about see, these are different layers, and what is found on this layer topmost layer. Normally the earth surface is made up of rock. So here we have something called as a rock. Now let us see what is a rock. Rock is nothing but a natural mass of mineral that makes up Earth's surface. Very simple thing. It's a natural mass of mineral. That's it. Or it's a mixture of several minerals, and hence rock. There are different types. One is igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock. Now, so let us see clearly now a rough picture of these rocks, how to understand about them. If you see, first thing is rock. Rock is nothing but a natural matter or natural mass of matter. And second point, rock is a mixture of several minerals. And rock is the forming types, totally it's three types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. So igneous rock is again made up of two rocks. One is intrusive, extrusive. So before understanding this, let us understand first what is igneous rock. Igneous rock is nothing but we said that inside the mantle or core we'll find minerals in a molten form or liquid form. So this liquid, it keeps on rising up. The reason is that because of high pressure they always try to rise up. Hence what happens is that there will be high rise in temperature and pressure, and that leads to like a volcanic eruption. And normally these minerals or the rock which is inside the earth's surface, they are turning into liquid because of increase in high temperature. And now what happens is that once the temperature is less, these rocks will turn into normal state. So that's what happens here. As long as they are inside their surface in high temperature, they are in liquid form. And once they rise up, they come to earth surface, and on the earth surface, on this crust, the temperatures might not be so high. So what happens is that eventually they get cooled down and turns into a rock. So in simple terms, igneous rock is nothing but solidification of magma or lava. So what is magma and lava? Magma is nothing but this liquid inside there, this is called magma. When liquid coming out of the earth is called as lava. Both are same. Inside the earth magma, outside the earth lava. So this magma or lava, when they turn into rock, that type of rock is called as igneous rock. Done. Now this igneous rock is of two types: intrusive igneous rock, extrusive igneous rock. So intrusive nothing but which is formed inside the earth's surface. Like it can be chance, like there will be small gaps inside the earth, and in the gaps this liquid goes and settles there, cools and turns into rock. And extrusive is like formed outside the earth's surface, and that's called as extrusive igneous rock. And second type is sedimentary rock, and this rock is normally formed with the small sediments. Like if you see, sediment rock is nothing but the rocks, this igneous rocks itself, when they break into small pieces, small sediments, these sediments they mix up with organic matter and turns into a layered rock. Normally they are found in sea beaches or near the water bodies. So that type of rock is called as sedimentary rock or layered rock. Normally sedimentary rock contains fossil fuels like petroleum, and these sedimentary rocks are basically made from the material of igneous rock. And when these igneous rock or sedimentary rocks, when they undergo high when they experience high temperature and pressure, and then there will be change in their appearance or chemical formation or physical form, then that type of rock is called as a metamorphic rock or third type of rock. So let us see what is metamorphic rock again. We have igneous rock which is formed from lava or magma, and from that they turn into small pieces. These small pieces mix up with organic matter made into sedimentary rock. The sedimentary rock or igneous rock, when they mix up or when they undergo high experience of temperature and pressure, then there will be a change in their chemical formation and a physical form, and that type of rock is called as a metamorphic rock. So if you see here, now let us go through a pixel representation. First magma, it is cooling and turning into igneous rock. Igneous rock is undergoing weather and erosion, turning into sedimentary rock, and then the sedimentary rock and igneous rock both turning into metamorphic rock, and metamorphic rock turning again into a magma or lava. It's a complete cycle process. So the complete cycle is called as what? Rock cycle. So magma or lava turn to igneous, then sedimentary, sedimentary and igneous together turn to metamorphic, metamorphic and all the turning into magma or lava. A cycle process. So hence we call it as what? Rock cycle. And then In so many ways, the rocks and minerals are useful to us in daily life. Like if you see minerals, iron, steel, copper, these all are different type of minerals what we use regularly. Apart from the petrol, diesel, these are nothing but the fossil fuels. And even the rocks naturally they are used in construction and other ways. In so many ways we are completely dependent on these minerals. So this is about the complete topic. I hope you are very clear with these things. Let us again summarize everything what all we have learned. So basically we have two parts in this lesson. The first part is about the layers of the earth. We had totally three layers. One is crust, mantle and core. Then we have learned about minerals which are found in three layers and their temperatures. And then we have learned about the rock, natural matter. It's a mixture of different minerals. And then we have learned about types of rocks, how they are formed, and their examples. So this is about rocks and rock cycle, and this is about the overall lesson. I hope you are very clear with this. And so next lesson we learn about the other aspect, like land and what different aspects of land, that will be covered in next topic. And thank you all so much for patiently listening. And before thanking, we should thank to our seniors. So Sandesh and Yagna of grade 8 at present, they are helping me out with making of these presentations. So I thank Yagna and Sandesh for helping me in making presentations. And thank you all so much. See you again in the next class. Bye bye.